From Fox News, Rep. Maxine Waters calls for using the 25th Amendment to find out what's wrong with Donald Trump. Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters is demanding the use of the 25th Amendment against President Trump, claiming he's unfit after firing Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook over alleged mortgage misrepresentations. Waters warns this could destabilize the economy, affect Wall Street, interest rates, and even benefit Trump personally, urging aggressive action to protect democracy without relying on courts. Cook has sued Trump, arguing the firing lacks cause, and the case may head to the Supreme Court, escalating tensions between the White House and the Fed. Fellow Democrat Debbie Wasserman Schultz calls the move preposterous, saying Trump really wants to oust Fed Chair Jerome Powell, but is targeting parts of the system instead. From CNN, Border Patrol arrests 2 crew workers helping battle Washington's biggest wildfire for being in the country illegally. Amid Washington's massive Bear Gulch fire, scorching nearly 9,000 acres, Border Patrol arrested 2 support crew workers cutting logs for being in the U.S. illegally following a criminal probe into their firms. Officials say the firefighting efforts weren't disrupted, but one worker, a 19-year U.S. resident since age 4, was on track for a U visa after aiding investigators in a family crime case. His lawyers call the arrest unjust. He's been waiting since 2018 for approval, and attorneys argue he's protected under policies barring enforcement in disaster zones, demanding his immediate release. Washington leaders like Governor Bob Ferguson and Senator Patty Murray blast the Trump administration's policies as cruel, questioning why they're extending to wildfire fighters amid ongoing deportations. From USA Today, Senator snaps back at RFK Jr. for linking antidepressants to Minnesota shooting. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. suggests studying antidepressants like SSRIs for links to violence after a Minneapolis school shooting that killed 2 kids and injured 18. Shooter Robin Westman, who struggled with depression, prompted Kennedy's comments on Fox News, but a 2019 study found no causal tie between psych drugs and most school shootings. Minnesota Senator Tina Smith slammed Kennedy on social media, accusing him of peddling nonsense and ignoring guns. America has more firearms than people and 10 times the school shooting risk of other nations. Democrats push for gun control, while some conservatives highlight the shooter's gender transition. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey condemns villainizing the trans community. From the Mirror US, where is Trump? And it happened trend online as health fears skyrocket. President Trump hasn't been seen publicly since Tuesday's cabinet meeting, sparking viral X trends like "Where is Trump?" and "It happened," with no weekend events fueling health fears. Speculation ramps up after photos showed a bruised hand, walking issues, and slurred speech, despite Trump's claims of peak health from his latest physical. Both supporters and critics question who's running the country, though Trump posted on Truth Social 7 hours ago. Could he just be golfing or with family? The White House hasn't commented, but recent whispers include a lip-read promise to Putin. Online buzz ignores his activity but amplifies unconfirmed worries. From The Telegraph, U.S. courts ruled Donald Trump's tariffs are illegal. A federal appeals court ruled 7-4 that President Trump's use of emergency powers to impose tariffs on trading partners like the EU, Japan, and China is illegal under the law. The decision questions deals lowering rates and tariffs aimed at stopping fentanyl flows, potentially forcing billions in refunds and chaos for tax cut funding. Tariffs brought in $142 billion this year. Trump fired back on social media, vowing to appeal and warning removal would weaken the U.S. economy like the Great Depression, insisting tariffs protect workers and made-in-America products. Tariffs stay in place until October 14th for a Supreme Court appeal. Separately, a judge blocked fast-track migrant deportations, citing due process violations for millions. From the Western Journal, Scott Jennings responds to CNN guest's vulgar Trump smear with one-sentence retort on Dems' election chances. On CNN, Republican strategist Scott Jennings shut down podcaster Jennifer Welch's wild claim that Trump tried oral sex on a microphone and shows mental decline. Welch accused Trump of priming for military rule, pardoning January 6 rioters, and being a felon, tying it to his recent press conferences and past behaviors. Jennings retorted in one sentence, "If this is Democrats' strategy, they've already handed Republicans congressional majorities for years," amid polls showing only 19% approve of Dem leadership. The DNC warns of fascism threats, but faces infighting and fundraising woes, with calls to drop out of touch practices like land acknowledgements. And as always, thank you for the like, comment, and subscription.